all.
Yeah. Alright, let's go for it. Game 3 here in SsonLight versus Delphi. Down here in the bottom right hand of the map, we have ATN's Delphi spawning as the pink Zerg. His opponent spawning the top left. SsonLight. Last game, unfortunately, not scouting really ended up costing him the game. As I don't know, he's like one of the few Protoss players that very, very rarely scouts. He tends to opt for it on larger maps. On smaller maps, he just kind of says, you know what, whatever.
I'll take the money.
Yeah.
I'll take the money and walk, Regis. But probably it's because he's like, well, I'm very comfortable with my build, and no matter what I scout, unless it's like a 6-pool, which is going to hit me in the face in the first 2 minutes anyway, I won't change a thing, and that's what a lot of people do. So they're like, yeah, I'm going to have the extra probe mining. Don't try this at home, kids. Like, this is like a really calculated decision that pro gamers do. And they can do it because they're pros.
And the one thing, too, is the fact that he always goes Nexus first following his not scout.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go for Forge first, it's not really worth it. You eke your Forge out a little bit faster. Like, congratulations, you're dying a little bit slower to an all-in you didn't scout.
Exactly. But if you're Nexus firsting, you may as well get it out as quick as you can, because you're already asking for some early pressure to just hit you in the face.
Yeah.
And we are going to see Nexus first once again out of SsonLight. Really fond of this build. Opener, I should say. That is a politically correct term.
Ohana's definitely a map that you can... Oh, whoa.
Oh. Whoa, changing it up.
That's weird.
That is a late Forge.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see how this works out. Because his pylons, like, he's going to supply block himself. There's always a time that you cut probes when you're going for Nexus first.
Indeed.
But I don't know. By the way, I really like the fact that he's calculated to the extent that he actually puts his second pylon always in his mirror line, so he can pop a cannon there if the worst case scenario does come.
That's a good habit to be in.
Yeah.
So if it's, you know, a really like another 10 pool is coming, he's not completely screwed over.
If you do want to try this on ladder, this is a pretty safe version of it. There are 4 Zerglings out on the map here for Delphi. Sana only scouts the first 2, but there are additional 2 Zerglings hopping out across the map. And he does scout the timing. But
so you should see another pylon coming up. Or, no, another gateway. Not 2. Thanks for making me look stupid there, SsonLight.
Yeah, he's just gateway blocking. Ideally, this would have been a pylon into Cybercore, but just wants to play it safe. Unfortunately, the probe will get... oh no. Delphi just playing it safe doesn't want to sacrifice his Zergling. Immediately going to work on these rocks.
Maybe he's just going to keep this probe here for further scouting later on. Does he know about these 2 lings picking out the rocks? He does. He's going to probably want to deal with that soon. As soon as his core finishes up. Making the core in the main, I love that decision.
Yeah, too many players put it at the front of their walls, and it's really not a good choice.
It sucks enough to get your forge blown up by banelings or picked off by roaches or hydras when you're upgrading.
Whoa, 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 whoa. He let the second gateway finish. This is quite strange.
Yeah.
This has to be a mistake.
I don't know. Maybe that's...
Scouting the lack of a third base from his opponent, though, is a huge win there for San.
Maybe now he's like, well, I'm glad I got that other gateway up so I can get some quick pressure on, but he's not starting +1 attack. And yeah, he's going for Stalkers, so he's not going for this +1 Zealot pressure. No, he's going to pressure with Stalkers instead.
Interesting timing on the Evo chamber here by Delphi. I'm assuming he's going for +1 Carapace pretty early on.
That's a good decision.
But it's slightly late. He's continuing to mine gas too, so we should see Roachworn here after. Whoa, second gas.
Critically enough, these Stalkers are actually ignoring these Zerglings, and the rocks are starting to wear down a little bit, and he knows they're there. I mean, if you check his vision, you see the HP bar decreasing.
He also sees speed by killing that lone Zergling there at the watchtower. Delphi waiting for a couple more lings before he goes in. No, he's actually just going to go for it before the reinforcements get there.
Die.
Yeah.
Yep, beautiful surround. Stalkers are toast. He can just pick away at these rocks. This is actually going to get serious. He's cannoning up, but
He's cannoning the wrong place. Oh, the probe does realize what's up, and their pylon goes down there, so he's going to be in a good position.
Double pylon, triple pylon, and he cancels the gateway.
Yeah. Scouting the lack of a third base, you really have to react to this, and it most likely will be a media transition.
That's a lot of pylons, wow. He won't be supply
Oh, wow,
blocked.
they're all pylons.
Yeah.
Interesting. I thought one of them
Excuse me,
would be
Aldaris, I
hand.
don't need any additional pylons. Well, he cancels one so his Stalker can pick. He's got a Stalker hallway. I guess he's going to use that as his hallway then, but that's a pretty weak wall.
Yeah.
Is he going to force field trap the
I'm
lanes?
assuming that
Try and
that's
kill
what he's waiting for.
Yeah, he's going to lose his Stalker though. Ugh. It's an okay trade, I guess.
I thought no. That was
Lynx
sloppy.
used a Robo. And the Immortal. Well, there's a Warp Prism, so do you think he's just going to go for like a +1 Warp Prism timing here? Overlord sees everything too.
I think he's just going to use the Warp Prism to try and harass until he gets Immortals out. And once he has 3, he's just going to go for broke.
Well, he's getting another Forge, so that tells me he's not going for any
Whoa!
really...
He's just going to go for Sentry Immortal Expand. And use the Warp Prism to harass. This is interesting.
Yeah, Expand is quite right. If you see another Forge...
This
like,
is so freaking ballsy. He has yet to scout a third base from his opponent. I mean, it's not even down. Oh, and Delphi's actually going for Infestors. Whoa.
Huh.
This is a wonky build.
Yeah, this is a
I like it,
weird
though.
game. Yeah, it's a nice refreshing change.
It's like chicken. It's blind chicken.
Yeah, pretty much. I guess we'll see, will we see a Dark Shrine? That would be completely bananas. Probably not, though. He's
Most
got the
likely
gas
not,
for
but
it.
there's always the opportunity for it. The
Come
third
on.
base from Delphi is just going down right now. The rocks are destroyed, and there are more than enough things on the field to deal with this drop.
Yeah, he's gonna have to turn around. Hopefully he doesn't lose anything. Yeah, he's like, nope.
Oh
This
god.
will be crap. I'm out of here. 5 Infestors are gonna pop out with Pathogen Glands and Burrow. Templar Archives, okay.
This is something that you used to see, I don't know, a good 5-6 months ago in CBT. And it was just this, like, well, if my opponent doesn't have a turret, I can try and win the game here with a couple of Infested Terrans spawning after he moves out.
Yeah, we'll see if he makes cannons by his third base.
Yeah, I would assume that once he does get the minerals to plop that down, he's just going to go ahead and throw a couple gateways and put 2 cannons behind it.
Yeah. Even if he doesn't create a full wall off, it's a pretty wide choke, but may as well narrow it a little bit.
Yeah.
I think this cannon covers the back door into the natural. What do you think? So Infestors shouldn't be able to sneak by there?
I think so. The detection range is like just barely enough with those pylons there.
Yeah, they wouldn't die from the cannons, so they could still sneak
Oh, and the
in,
observer's there too. The observer's gonna see everything.
Okay.
Alright, so that's great placement there. A bit unfortunate for Delphi, however. And, oh my gosh. Is the observer moving back there? Yeah, feedback's going down. Immediate morph into an Archon. Very nice play there. However, this is a lot of Infested Terran, and they do work against Immortals. You really have to be key force fields here in order to defend this.
You should get out of here with those Infestors. Yeah, that's a really good move there. Just trading energy for units.
Yeah.
Looking at units lost,
Gets
Delphi's
primarily
actually
zealots,
behind
though.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost all of those lings and really didn't get any sentries, or immortals, which is really what he was hoping for.
Yeah, how Protoss usually works is you don't actually start inflicting damage to the true Protoss army until the Zealots are dead and a couple Zealots survive. Oh, these Infestors, what are you doing?
Oh god.
Ow. That hurt.
Did they just derp?
I
looked over on your camera and I saw blood.
It's like 2 mosquitoes flying into a bug zapper.
Oh,
That's
no.
basically what happened.
Poor Infestors.
They had families.
Yeah, man. 12 additional drones on the way here for Delphi. It's going to put him in a good spot, but this is really where the full wall off is shining here for Son.
Yeah, he'll have 70 drones, and he's going to go into the Broodlord tech because
Oh,
he's
no.
getting Hive Greater Spire at the same time.
Only a handful of links here at the third base. And all of these links getting trapped. Oh no. Delay in force fields there. So it looks like Delphi's actually going to be able to clean up on both fronts, saving all of his lings.
Yeah, and the Warp Prism doesn't get away. Fungals and Infested Terrans will clean it up.
Yeah, and these Riblins clean up the Zealots, so...
There's a Dark Shrine. +3 on the way.
Interesting. Both High Templar and Dark Templar on the way here. It's just going to be one huge ball of Archons. Whoa, this is the first time I've ever seen this. Generally, you see gateways placed down here, especially the third base type of situation, but he's actually going for a pile block.
This guy must think he's a Terran. He's like, okay, my supply depot.
Yeah, I know.
Bunker.
I know, right? Look at his positioning here.
My orbital's gonna be okay.
Totally see all of these being supply depots, and you wouldn't think twice. Except for maybe these like couple randoms. What the hell are you doing there?
So we do see Zealot charge, I like this, and this Warp Prism can actually get really deadly because it's getting in position. It's going to do Storm drops, and then it can go into phase mode and start warping in.
Yeah, you can have like Archon
Templar.
Zealot round 2. Holy crap.
Dark by Templar followed by Dark Templar drop.
Oh my god.
There's a couple Zealots.
Yeah, and the Overseer has actually gone out of position. Here
this
comes
can do so much damage.
Bunch of Lings. Oh, I love this Ling Burrow here at the 4th base. While he's trying to get his own. However,
it's always bad manner.
With this Warp Prism, he was actually attempting to take a 4th base behind the Warp Prism and an attack on his opponent's board. Beautiful Side Storm kills plenty of Zerglings. Oh my god, and storms with Larva. And the drones!
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Let's run into the main, but... Okay, we got phase mode.
Yeah.
Are we going to see DTs?
I'm really surprised that San isn't pushing his opponent's 4th right now behind this.
Well, he's trying to clean up the links in his main, and
this
it looks like he doesn't. There's 1, 2 links left.
The DTs are just going to do work. He does get a fungal on one of them. Second one survives to kill... Almost kill an Infestor.
Yeah, he's swiping these Infestors.
There's so many that are at 1 hit. Oh, Fungal does go down.
Now the jig is up.
Meanwhile, the 4th base did not actually survive there. It just gets absolutely destroyed.
Wow, this action going everywhere.
Yeah.
SsonLight pulls back.
53 drones right now. Making a couple Broodlords. The Greater Spider did finish his roll with that. And the Dark Templar weren't able to pick it off, but...
32 drones have been killed.
Yeah.
He's gonna deny that 4th again.
This
which
lone
is what he has to
DT
do.
will...
He cannot
Oh
let
my god, look at the choke though!
Yeah, no micro on those links, and with this DT it'll get cleaned up. Zealots have...
That's game right there.
Armor.
That was his last. If he denied the 4th, managed to take his own base behind these a couple Broodlords and Infestors, he would have been in a good spot, but he just doesn't have the drone count right now. There's a Stargate on the way, and motherships on this map, it's so narrow.
Yeah, it's so
Vortex
easy.
just does work.
And we're gonna have Colossi finally. SsonLight really has an aversion to the Robo support bay, it seems.
He's very, very effective with storms, though. I really like watching him play with this like charge lot storm-based PvZ.
Yeah, he doesn't really need Colossi, I guess.
It doesn't mean anything at all, but this is kind of the way I like to play PvZ.
Oh, nice. We do see a couple Broodlords on the way. When I say a couple, I mean a couple.
Yeah, moving across the map. He's actually warping in a couple more corrupt. Oh god. The Zerglings do actually manage to burrow. Wow, this probe train. He's sitting actually at a ridiculously high number of probes right now, 83. But all of the Broodlords are actually dying into...
There's only 2, and...
Force Fields managed to catch a hold of 4 Infestors before they get fungals off, and there is a lone Infestor with enough energy to fungal here.
It almost couldn't get any worse.
Yeah, I know. Delphi
we see
is in such a bad position right now.
Well, he does get that Warp Prism.
Yeah, and he does actually get a cannon as well. What a boss.
Ling run by won't do much. Those poor Corruptors just sitting here with almost no health, hoping a Stalker doesn't notice him.
I feel bad for Delphi right now.
Yeah, it's just one of those frustrating games. Like
it's really late for him too.
Oh yeah, it would be really late for German as well.
And a bunch of Lings do. Oh no, never mind. I was gonna say they got into the main and they just kind of derped.
This Archon will clean them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even get a single probe.
Oh my gosh.
And this 4th base is going to get denied yet again. When you're down a base against Protoss as Zerg, he has no bank, not even supply cap.
Yeah.
Nice fungal, actually, but will it be enough?
Getting a lot of Stalkers, as well as all the sentries, but there actually isn't enough anti-air here. No! Behind that offensive link is kind of, rustling my jimmys a little bit.
Yeah, there aren't enough Stalkers here.
He's just going for it anyway. Screw
He
this.
doesn't care.
I have
Archon is doing decent damage.
3k, 2k in the bank.
He could lose his whole army here. He's out of anti-air, except the sentries. The sentries pick off a Broodlord.
It is not every day, guys, that you get to see sentries pick up a Broodlord. He's actually sacrificing all of his mills to try and kill this hatchery. Will it die? Yes.
It does. He gets a cancel off, though.
I love if he just moved command into all of the zealots in there and kept up warping in a bajillion stalkers to eat the supply, but zealot warp in via the prism in the main base will be able to take out the greater spire, a fair amount of the drones.
He even got away with the immortals.
Jesus.
SsonLight, man, he's really putting on a show here. The warp prism does go down, but doesn't really matter. His main base is completely forfeit. All his tech is going to be gone. He's going to lose his hive if he so chooses to kill it.
Yeah. This is that point where you just, like, the ref is calling for you to get off, and you just keep punching the dude.
DT's in the natural. Those investors are like, yeah, it's cool.
How many workers have been killed this game? 65 workers. The Broodlords do make it across the map, however, a couple storms going down on the group of 3 here. Surprisingly enough, not all that many stalkers on the field still.
He doesn't care, he's like, yeah.
It's like, 4 zealots!
There's a